I'm so ready to be finished to what do I do now? Okay. Oh, I can let this down. Okay, tonight, you know what I'm saying? Got some red beans and rice. And we're gonna go back into these diary series. And today I'm gonna talk about what's next. When I say that, I basically mean like, how do you move on after graduating college? Like, I was just thinking the other day, because I officially finished college last week. I officially finished last week. Passed the last 2 classes of my college career. And I'm done. Like, I get my diploma in maybe 8 weeks. 2 months or something like that. And it was so bittersweet because, like, I went from I'm so ready to be finished to what do I do now? Like, I got a little sad when I was sitting in my last couple of classes. This could be the last time I'm in a classroom setting. This will be the last time I'll probably ever see these people in my life. You know, this experience is one of a kind. I'll probably never do this again. What do I do next? Like, I started getting real sad. Like, I almost wanted to cry because it's like they don't prepare you for being done in a flash. It's just you take your classes, you graduate, get your diploma, you're done. There's no exit counseling sessions. There's no exit classes that you take. They don't prepare you for the real world. And I think that's very, very important because, like, sorry, I just woke up, I'm thirsty as fuck. Because how do they expect us to function when we've been doing something like school for 16 years of our life? Some people straight. And when I say 16, I mean K through 12, that's like 13. If you did pre-K, that's 14. But let's say you just started in 1st grade. K through 12, that's 12 years. And then add 4 more years onto that. That's 16 years. So we're not even counting the people that started pre-K. That's 14 plus 4 years plus of college. So that's about 18 to 20 years of schooling they've been in straight. And this is all they've known all their life. Getting up, going to classes, doing homework, having assignments due, taking tests, preparing for standardized tests. You know, maybe doing the internship here or there, meeting with teachers. You know, they've always been in this school environment. And then when they finish college, it's all done. I understand why people get depressed because they don't know how to function outside of this. You know, we were told, oh, you gotta get a job, or it's good to do internships, go to medical school. We're taught, not taught, but we're told to do certain things after we finish college. But it's not as easy as it may seem. Some people can't go straight to med school after college, but some people need to get a job in between because it's a little, not a little, it's a lot of money to get into a med school or a graduate program that they may not have. Even the people with the best GPAs still have to come out of pocket for certain things, which is something that I learned in college. I thought if you had a great GPA, you were taken care of, full ride, all books. They took care of your room and board. Everything was taken care of. All you had to do was worry about going to class, making good grades, cultivating these relationships with teachers and other students so that you could have opportunities, you know what I'm saying? But I learned that some people with the greatest GPAs, I'm talking about 4.1 and above, 3.999, still had to figure out how to pay for books or a class here and there, you know what I'm saying? Which is crazy, but that's another topic. But again, I feel like we're kind of thrown to the wolves, which is why I understand why a lot of people get depressed, because this is what you've done all your life. You've done school all your life, and then one day you're just done. Like no more classes, no more registering for classes. You don't have a schedule. You're not on campus anymore. You don't have assignments due. You don't have a syllabus to look over. You don't have to worry about doing an assignment. You don't have to worry about group projects, talking to a teacher. You're just done. That life's over, and it hits you so quick. Or for some people, it takes them a while because they're in a little bit of denial. So maybe when the next semester starts, it hits them, and you're going through the process of either finding a job or applying to schools, and you're getting rejected. You're learning that your degree means nothing unless you get a master's or a doctorate. Those connections that you thought you had made are falling through. Like life is just not happening as they said it would. And so, oh my God. And so, it's just really devastating for people like me. Like, I understand it's different from high school and not gonna hold your hand, but in a sense, college had a safety net, if that makes sense. In my head, it had a safety net. You know, if you weren't doing as well, you could go to a teacher, you could talk to someone. If you needed some financial aid, you could go talk to someone in financial aid. If you were looking for a job on campus, career services, they helped you with your resume. They helped you get jobs. They even help with internships and externships at Georgia State. I don't know how they did it at West Georgia. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you're in college, they have events and stuff that help you meet with grad schools and stuff like that. You can form a relationship. You can talk to them. They have career events where people are hiring college students. But this happens while you're in school. So when you're out of school, you don't get those announcements or anything that they're having those events anymore. So now you have to figure out, how do I get this job? Who do I have to talk to? Like, it's just like you just thrown, like I said, thrown to the wolves. And I don't think that's right for us college graduates. Like, I really feel like they need to have exit counseling, you know what I'm saying? They need to sit down and talk to us and ask us how we're feeling. You know, what are our plans? Do we have anything lined up for us? You know, help us set goals or something like that. We should have a class that, you know, does the same thing, except it's not focused on like how our emotions are, like a counseling would. I think we should have both, actually, because they both could help. The class could teach us a couple of things, and you know, it shouldn't be for grades. It should be just a pass or fail, and that class should last maybe 2 semesters, 1 whole year for seniors, so that and it should be mandatory, because I know some people just be skipping class just to skip class. But anyway, you know, it should be mandatory so that you could, it should be not closed, but it should be an intimate setting, so that, you know, the teachers could know every student, and we could talk about goals and stuff. We could talk about our fears, what we're worried about, we could talk to each other and see if we can help one another, and then the teacher could, you know, give us some advice, help us too, you know, tell us about this before we leave. That way when we're leaving, the transition won't be so rough for some people. I know everybody's transition is not rough, but some people's transition is indeed rough getting out of college. You know, I see so many of my peers on social media talking about how, oh my gosh, post-grad depression is real. And it's not that I didn't believe them, but I was just wondering, what is it like? You know what I'm saying? How does it feel? What is it, you know, how does it manifest itself? And that's how it manifests itself, I guess. So yeah, this is a hot mess, and I don't think anybody considers that shit. That shit is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had a safety net ever since we were kids, and then to have it snatched from us when we're back in the real world. And on top of that, them loans that some people take out, they do not wait for you to cross the stage. They're like, oh, you owe us $200 a month. Let's get it. They need their money, and they need their money now. Like, that's the most craziest thing I've ever seen. The fact that we go to school to get a job, but we need a job to pay for school. What? It's just as stupid to me as we apply for a job for experience, but you need experience for the job. So my question to the job is, or jobs, who's going to take that chance and give me the experience I need? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that either, but that's another topic for discussion on another day. It's just like, maybe I wasn't looking at college, but it's just as weird to me that a lot of people don't let you voluntarily. Like, you have to look and know people and scrape and scrounge to find volunteering opportunities. And of course, it's even harder outside of college, because when you're in college, you know, you'll have guest speakers coming to your classes or whatever. They'll talk to you. You can talk to them at the class, see if they can hook you up. When you're outside of it, it's so much different. It's like, oh, you actually gotta dig and search and find and figure it out. And it's just like, what the fuck is the point? Yeah, some people don't need degrees to go to college, but me, I'm medical school related. I need a degree to be a doctor, or else y'all gonna send me on TV working with patients and I'm not licensed. No sir. But, you know, back to the subject. I just think it's rough for people in college, and I'm not gonna compare it to anything else because that's all I know. I know some people can be like, oh, it's rough getting out of the military. I'm not even gonna talk about that because I don't know nothing about that. But it's really rough coming out of college and you gotta figure out everything on your own. And whereas when you were in school, you did still have to figure out things on your own, but you had help and you had resources more readily available than you do outside of college. It's like the minute you step off campus, you're on your own, honey, and all you have is the experience and the connections that you should have made, or else it's gonna be a rough life and you might as well go back to school. So yeah, that's just my rant about graduating college. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and it was a long journey, and it was very mentally, spiritually, emotionally changing, but it's also a very rough time for people in our age. And I would say, be very kind to your college graduate friends, especially the ones who didn't get into a job right after they graduated. They're still looking. They're still deciding what they want to do next. Don't stress them out if they don't hit you up for a while because they'd be a little down. They're just going through a change, and they're trying to figure out how to navigate through this life, through this time, a different way. But thank you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back for another video shortly.